Hello, Noobs. So, we have started a new podcast for auditory listeners and it will be available on every major platforms. Please kindly hit the follow button and subscribe our YouTube channel for the daily updates. Probiotics in digestive diseases. Probiotics are becoming increasingly important in basic and clinic research, but they are also a subject of considerable economic interest due to their expanding popularity. They are live microorganisms which, when administered in adequate amounts, confer a health benefit to the host. They also may offer some advantages in already ill persons in relieving symptoms and signs. Example, people with acute diarrhea. According to current definitions, probiotics should survive both gastric acid and bile to reach the small intestine and colon, where they exert their effects. Many of these are available in a lyophilized, that is freeze-dried pill form, though some are available in yogurt or as packets which can be mixed into non-carbonated drinks. The present review focuses on three main issues. The first one is understanding why at present probiotics are so interesting for doctors and consumers. The second one is reviewing the available data on probiotic use in digestive diseases, in particular irritable bowel syndrome or prevention of infectious diarrhea, inflammatory bowel disease, non-alcoholic fatty liver diseases and colorectal cancer. And the third one is highlighting the individual profile of Lactobacillus GG in above context, providing an assessment as well as recommendations on its use in gastrointestinal tract disorders. Lactobacillus and Bifidobacterium species are by and large the most commonly used probiotics. Strictly speaking, however, the term probiotic should be reserved for live microbes that have been shown in controlled human studies to provide a health benefit. Taking into account patients suffering from the most common gastrointestinal diseases, in whose establishment the GI microbiota play a key role, that is, probiotics have to be considered as very promising agents capable of beneficially modulating the intestinal ecosystem, which is perturbed in cases of dysbiosis. LGG is a well-known probiotic strain that was isolated more than 20 years ago by Goldin and Gorbach from a fecal sample of a healthy adult based on several selection criteria: high adhesion in vitro, high resistant against gastric acidity, and high antimicrobial activity against pathogens such as Salmonella. In vivo studies have also shown a good persistence of LGG in the human GIT. Since its isolation, LGG has become one of the best clinically documented probiotic strains. A growing body of evidence suggests benefits such as prevention and relief of various types of diarrhea and treatment of relapsing Clostridium difficile colitis. Thus, with respect to both adaptation to the GIT and probiotic effects, LGG can be regarded as a prototypical probiotic strain. Thank you all. Have a nice day.